What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. It's actually a beautiful sunny day today, thank God. Well, the past few days have been pretty cloudy, and God knows I'm tired of clouds. Anyway, getting into today's episode of YNR, Phyllis continues to be a hot mess. I have no choice nowadays but to laugh at the shenanigans that is Phyllis. I mean, the woman is nuts. So she ends up sketching the Jabot Collective logo, and she wants to use it for her new company. I'm like, is you fucking crazy? She summoned Mike to Crimson Lights to ask him about how to create a shell company and stuff. Mike knew she was up to some bullshit. He knew it. And he warned her. He was like, as your friend and as your lawyer, I'm telling you, you cannot go around bootlegging people logos. I said, exactly. And Mike knew she wasn't going to listen to him. Mike is another person. Mike, Nick, Jack, Summer, Lauren. All of them told Phyllis the same thing. Do your new company on your own. Like, stop using, even Nick told her today, stop using everyone as stepping stones to get back to the top. Stop doing it. Like, just do it on your own merit. But she doesn't want to listen. Mike kept telling her, Phyllis is too much of a creative person to steal somebody's logo. You know what I mean? But of course, Phyllis is not going to listen because Phyllis doesn't listen to anybody. Like, she's just dumb. She just don't learn. Like, come on now. If you want to start and let me tell you something. I was super happy for Phyllis in the beginning. When she said she wanted to start her own accessories company, I was super happy for her. I thought this was a turning point for her. But I don't like the way she's going about it. Like, you're using Jabot, you're using the Abbotts, you're continuing to use your own daughter to get this done. Then she tried to go over to Nick's house and basically get mad at Summer for snitching on her to Jack. Because even though I do like the fact Jack didn't tell Phyllis that it was Summer that told him, he lied and said it was some IT guys that found out. But she knew. She knew Summer told him. She knew. It didn't take much for her to put that 2 and 2 together. But why are you blaming Summer for telling Jack something that she warned her about? Like, you're not, it's stupid of her to use her own child. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad. Like, I just can't stand Phyllis these days. Like, she just pathetic. It's like, come on, like, for a strong character, and she's a very strong character, she does a lot of dumb stuff. It's like, you really can't launch this company on your own without piggybacking off of everybody else and stealing from everybody else. Like, furthermore, what is the name of this company? She doesn't even have a company name. And what are the accessories that this said company is supposed to be selling? Scarves, hats, like, what is the accessories? I don't get it. And then she hasn't even created a website for this accessories company yet. But yet you're jacking people's logo. Phyllis is nuts. Like, seriously, she's crazy. And it was so funny how she tried to sit there and get Nick to explain to her how Adam was still alive. Like, Nick don't owe you no explanation about his brother. It's none of your business. It's really none of your business. Go focus on your little company. How about you spend all your energy instead of stealing and being nosy? How about you figure out what your company's name is going to be? How about you figure out what the accessories are going to be that you're going to sell? Because basically her plan is to sell Jabot-like products at a discount compared to what Jabot sell them for. So basically you're going to knock off and bootleg all of Jabot's products. That is illegal. Like, you can't be doing that. Even Mike told her that. Like, it's illegal. But of course she doesn't want to listen. I'm like, Phyllis never learns. Like, she just does not learn. She makes one dumb mistake after another. Get it together. So anyway, speaking of dumb, Kyle, this fool wants Lola to move in with him. Shouldn't you be divorced or getting a divorce or an annulment before you have you? I digress. I just, my head hurts. Like, seriously, just thinking about all this nonsense. You want this girl to move in with you, and you're not even divorced or annulled yet. You haven't even filed any paperwork to end your marriage to Summer. And yet you're trying to get Lola to move in with you. I can't say that I blame Lola for not wanting to move into the Abbott mansion because, number one, he did recently just share that mansion with Summer, so I don't blame her there. Plus, it's too many people in that house. You know, you got Billy staying there, you got Jack, of course, you got Tracy, you got Dina. Like, you know, it's too many distractions. Like, she wants them to have their own place, you know, somewhere that they can be alone. You know, you can't really be alone in the mansion. And I think even Abby lives there. It's just too many people, too many distractions, you know, especially when you want to have alone time. So, of course, her bright idea was to move into Arturo's apartment when he moves to Miami. I'm like, no. First of all, I seen Arturo's apartment, and that place is a dump. I mean, it's decent, but, you know, a person like Kyle ain't trying to live up in there. You know, how you go from a big swanky mansion to a dumpy apartment. That's not Kyle's style. He's going to want something else. I can't say that I blame him. And besides, you don't know if Arturo and Mia ever did it up in there or not. I'm just saying, like, you know, I wouldn't blame him for not wanting to stay there. I just think it's a hot mess to be having Lola move in with you when you're not even divorced or annulled. You haven't filed no paperwork yet. I'm just saying. First of all, and furthermore, I don't blame Summer. You know, Summer basically went to Jack and told Jack that Kyle is boring, basically. Like, she felt Kyle was boring because he don't want to go to the clubs. And, you know, she basically wants Jack to kind of reshuffle the team and stuff like that. I mean, I have to agree with Summer on that. I mean, Jabot Collective is huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, like I said yesterday, it's sink or swim for Jabot. And the target demographic for the Jabot Collective is people in Summer and Kyle's age bracket. So I do agree with Summer. You have to go to the clubs because you have to see what the kids are out there wearing and what kind of clothes they like. Hell, even what kind of music they like. You know what I'm saying? To get a feel for the demographic that you're targeting. You know what I mean? And if you don't go to the clubs and stuff and get a feel for that type of stuff, how are you going to know what kind of clothes to put out? You know what I mean? That they would like. You know, you got to get a feel for it. So I do agree with Summer on that. It was kind of funny because she told Jack that Kyle was living like a middle-aged man. Which is true. It's like, bro, if you're going to be in that industry and be in a cosmetic/fashion company, you have to know, especially a company that targets your age bracket, your demographic, you have to know what people in your demographic like. You know, so that means going to the clubs, mixing and mingling to get, you know, even spread the word about the new Jabot Collective. You know what I mean? But no, of course, Kyle is too worried about Lola and stuff like that. I get it. You have to have a social life. But when Lola's not at the restaurant, why not take her out to the club? She can go to the club with you. You know what I mean? If that's the case. But I just think he needs to put more effort into the Jabot Collective. Like, this is major for the company. And it's major for him, you know? So I can't say that I blame Summer for doing that. And of course, Summer going to call up Lil Theo and try to get her groove on with him. You already know it's going to happen. I can't say I blame Summer, though. But I hope she's not doing this just to stick it to Kyle. You know, I would hope that she was calling Theo to kind of move on from Kyle. But we all know that she probably won't. She is Phyllis's daughter. Of course she won't move on. Anyway. Lauren, I love me some Lauren, but I do have to agree with Mike. I don't blame Mike. Lauren needs to stay out of Jack's love life. Like, she basically wants to play matchmaker and try to find a good woman for Jack. I understand that's what she want to do, but I agree with Mike. She just need to stay out of it. Let Jack find his own woman. You know, he should know what kind of women he like. You know what I mean? But I do love me some Lauren and Mike together, though. That's why I was hoping that the writers weren't going there with her and Jack. I hope not. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer Lauren and Michael. But anyway, Tracy and Kane. I love her new book idea, like her new novel. Shoot, if it was real, I'd read it. But I'm not looking forward to any type of... I mean, I'm all for romance for Tracy, because I do feel like it's time for Tracy to have a storyline. And I'm glad that they're giving her one. Especially in the romance department, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with her finding new love, but my issue is not with Kane. It's not so much of an age thing. I mean, it is, but it isn't. But I just don't see them together. And the way that Tracy was looking at Kane, like she was looking at him and giggling like a little schoolgirl. And I don't want Tracy to get her heart broken because it seems like she's interested in Kane. And I don't want to see her get hurt because I doubt Kane's interested in her. You know, he probably doesn't see her that way. He just sees her as a beacon of light. You know, somebody who was there for him in his time of need when he was going through the mess with Lily. You know, she's just somebody for him to talk to, seeing as how Jill isn't around all the time and she's always out of the country. So Tracy's just somebody for him to, you know, confide in, you know, like a friend, a confidant. So I don't want to see her get hurt, you know, because it do seem like she's smitten by Kane. And the age thing does play a factor in it. I know some people are going to say age ain't nothing but a number. I do agree. But she's old enough to be probably his mama. I was going to say grandmama, but I ain't going to do Tracy like that because I love me some Tracy. But I just don't see it. Like, hopefully she just is cautious in this matter. Honestly, I can't blame Ray for wanting a paternity test. Arturo sitting there talking about, no, we're not going to put her and the baby through no stress. First of all type of science, with all this new science and technology out here, there's new and, you know, uninvasive ways to get a DNA, you know, to get a paternity test. So, you know, Arturo need to calm down. I don't blame, you know, Ray for being suspicious of Mia. He felt like she pretended to have Braxton Hicks just so Paul wouldn't arrest her. And she talking about something, oh, so if the baby isn't yours, you're still going to protect me. How is Ray going to protect you? You already told Paul the whole truth, that you were the one that pushed Lola. You already told him. So how is Ray going to protect you? There's no way for him to protect you. One, you already snitched. Two, he's not on the police force anymore, so there ain't nothing he can do for you. He ain't got no sway with Paul. So there's nothing he can do at this point. I just, you know, she upset because Ray always trying to see, you know, always thinks she's sneaky and she up to something. Because you are sneaky and up to something 90% of the time. Hell, 95% of the time. You always up to something. And it was kind of funny how Ray noticed that Arturo and Mia were holding clasping hands and stuff like that. So basically they're coming out as a couple. Basically. Who didn't see that coming? I mean, like I said before, Arturo, I already knew him and Abby wasn't going to work. I knew that. He wasn't right for Abby and Abby wasn't right for him. They just two different backgrounds. They was just never going to work. I can't say that I blame Nick for wanting to protect Christian. You know, just in case Adam tried to make a play for Christian or whatever and try to be in his life and be his father and stuff like that. I don't blame Nick. You know, he's been raising Christian for a while now, literally ever since the boy was born. So I can't blame him for wanting to put up a fight, you know, to keep him, you know, because in his eyes, that's his son. So I can't say that I blame him, but he's definitely probably going to have a fight on his hand. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't get to that, but I'm pretty sure with Adam, it will. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Peace.